Hi everyone, really good to see you again today. Weather doesn't know what to do with itself. 1 minute it's pouring rain, then brilliant sunshine. Usual really, isn't it? Thought summer was coming. Where are we? We're in northwest London. We've come to Kensal Green and we're in Regent Street. Obviously not the Regent Street. Where are we going? We're going to Parlour. Now Parlour actually used to be a pub and now it's more of a pub restaurant. I've taken a look at their menu and they're doing some brilliant specials, and today's special is the Desperate Dan pie. Now, those of you who remember Desperate Dan, he was in The Dandy. I actually was a bit of a Beano man myself, you know, I like Beano. Now, there's a statue of him in Dundee. He loved his big cow pies, and I like my pies as well. As always, let's give it a go. And unfortunately, I've hurt my ankle, so I can't run across the road, so it's a bit of a limp. Come on then. Well, here we are inside. Beautiful feel to the pub. It's actually a little bit retro, modern, oldie worldy. It's got the whole mix, a real eclectic mix of different furniture, bric-a-brac, everything. Very relaxing in here, got to say. Nice vibe, staff, wow, absolutely top drawer. Now, I want to talk about the menus. I normally start with the main menu, but this is a little bit special here. They do their lunchtime at Parlour menu, midday till 4 o'clock. Now, every day they do a different special. So I'm going to give an example here. On a Monday, you're going to have the warm chicken salad, £10. £10. Friday's fish and chips, £10. Today, Thursday, £10, the classic cow pie. Now that's what I'm here for, is the classic cow pie. But before I go on to that, they actually do a £7 cup of soup with soda bread and salad. I do like my soda bread, a little bit of Irish coming out of me there. Today's soup of the day is tomato. Now that's £7. Well, just take a look here. As I said, the Desperate Dan pie, £10. I think that's incredible value, especially considering location. Then you take a look at the main menu. They've got all day breakfast, breakfast brunch here. If you want a smaller breakfast, it's £13. If you want a bigger breakfast, it's £15.50. Then you've got snacks and sharers, main courses. But if you're coming here lunchtime, I think seriously, £10 is great value, because I'm looking down here. The Desperate cow pie is £21 normally. Now you've got to bear in mind, when I went up to Wolverhampton, I went to Mad O'Rourke's, and I think the Desperate Dan pie up there was £17. So you've got to bear in mind, I think that's great value. Homemade, so that's the other thing. So it's made in-house. I think that's top drawer. And again, the soup's made in-house as well. Very interesting to see. I'm actually interested to see how big is it. You know, would Desperate Dan dive in there? Because obviously in the comic strip, Desperate Dan was a huge, great big fella and what have you. So yeah, be interested to see. Okay, I'll see you when my soup arrives. Looking forward to this one. So here we are, my soup's arrived. They poured it out for me. Just pour a little bit more in there. Excellent aroma off it. Then take a look at this presentation for the soda bread as well. I mean, I really like my soda bread, and I think that presentation, spot on. It's about the flavour. I'm not going to add any seasoning to it yet. Do want to give it a try first. So, here we go. Let's have it with a crouton. Before I even start, you can see it's got a fantastic consistency. That's not Heinz. That is definitely homemade or made in-house. It's got a rich flavour, real creaminess to it. Needs no seasoning. A little bit of pepper, because I do like my pepper on my soup. And if you actually saw the question and answering video, in it I said one of my comfort foods and the thing I really enjoy going to is soup. Because it's not too heavy, it doesn't fill you up too much. I've got to tell you, the flavour. What's that in there? It's got some onions as well. And the other thing, as I've broken it up, got some cream So I'm going to give that a real stir. The cream will definitely give a rich flavour. I want to try some of this soda bread. Do like my soda bread. I do like that presentation as well. But I like some bread with my butter. I'm just trying that on its own. Oh well, then you can get that to take home. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take it home. So let's add a little bit of pepper. Let's try it with all that cream. The soup is really earthy, and that cream has just gone wow, and elevated it, just elevated up another level. Is that the best tomato soup I've ever had? It's definitely not Heinz, that's for sure. That is top drawer. Croutons, they're a must. I do like the presentation, I like the flavours all together. Most of all, I do like my soda bread. I'm going to crack on. And I'll see you shortly. That was delicious. The one thing which I haven't actually mentioned, there's vine tomatoes in there. And I was thinking, how is that soup so rich? And it's actually the vine tomatoes. It's obviously done with vine tomatoes, and that's elevated the flavours completely, because obviously vine tomatoes has a lot more bursting flavours in. Right, now I can't wait for my Desperate Dan pie. Ooh. So, my Desperate Dan pie has arrived, £10. You've got to look at the size of that portion. That is £10. It's got an all butter pastry. Look at the goldenness of the pastry. Bless you. Then inside you've got bone marrow, and then you've got the parsley and breadcrumbs bursting out of it. Presentation, excellent. Now a load of you are going to say, it's not fully encased, so it's not a pie. On this occasion, for £10, I'm going to let that go. Bless you again. Now, I saw this. So any chance of pinching it? There you can see Desperate Dan with his great big cow pie. Better not take that home, shall I? I'll tell you how things have changed. 18p. So let's dive in here. Let's see what it is. Real buttery pastry. You can see the goldenness. Oh yes. It feels actually a bit of a shame to dive in and break it up. But you know that's what I'm going to do. So, what shall I do? Let's just take it all there. Let's move that out of the way. Oh wow. Look at all that beef. There is a bit of an issue here, guys. Didn't realise. The dreaded's in there. So I'll have to pick them out. Doesn't change anything, but let's get that meat all on the plate. Oh yes. What I can't get my head around, I'm going to have to move this slightly. I'm going to pick that up. As usual, I'm dropping things everywhere. But look how much meat's in this pie. Oh yes. Right, it's all about the flavour. Let's get that off the table. Let's put that over there. Wow, they've cooked this for a long time. This should be really tender, bursting with flavour. The gravy that's in there should be really rich. The term melts in your mouth is a term used too many times, I actually think. Even by me, I think I use it too many times. But I want you to see this. It just is just falling away, pulling away. Obviously, it's got an intense beef flavour. What I do need to try is this pastry. All butter. Just crumbles away. I've got to go. That pastry is never going to be beaten. Dan's keeping me in now. And let's try this. The interesting thing is, you have the, there you go, you can see the bone marrow in there. Now obviously the bone marrow, that adds to the flavour, that really, really elevates the gravy. And again, bone marrow is so rich. I think it should be used in cooking so much more because it does, as I've said, elevates the flavours, especially of that gravy. And there, got to mind myself with these mushrooms though. Oh yes. So I put the parsley and breadcrumbs there on a big chunk of steamed beef. The parsley and the breadcrumbs are actually done in butter as well. So you've got all the buttery flavour all coming into your mouth. Oh, someone's got a terrible cold here, haven't they? What can I say? It's not encased, I fully agree. It's just a topping. But I'm here. I'm talking about the flavours, and I'm £10. How can you do that for £10? I've never seen a pie like that, cooked in-house with so much meat, so much juice, flavours, everything. I can't get my head around the pastry either. All in all, is it one of the best pies I've ever had? Easily. And I do mean easily, it's one of the best pies, if not the best pie I've ever had. Value for money. It's all there, isn't it? I love the addition of the bone marrow. As I said, that elevates the stew, the flavour, all round. Right, let me crack on. I don't want this to go cold. I want cameraman to dive in and help me as well because this is a big portion. See you guys shortly. Oh boy, I gotta say I didn't like that. I loved it. That is wrong. That's so good. Well, we've just been scraping away. Now I'll tell you what I need to do. I need to find a way of chipping away and getting this pastry off. Oh dear. Even though I'm really full up, because of the quality of that soup, because of the quality of that pie, I'm going to dive in again. I'm going to have a dessert. Let's get the menu over. So what have they got here? Oh, cheese Stilton with chutney, celery. Oh dear me. I can't do that though, can I? I can't have Stilton again. You've got sticky toffee pudding, apple, almond and rose cake, Bramley apple crumble with lashings of custard. I'm sold. That's what I'm having. The Bramley apple crumble with lashings of custard, £7. Oh, I definitely won't be eating anything else today, that's for sure. That quality, top quality, mesmerised. Okay, I'll see you when my apple crumble arrives. Not sure that's a good idea, but we'll give it a go. So it's all arrived, my Bramley apple crumble. Oh my lord, that's hot. Actually, the bowls are very hot as well. Then I've got some salted caramel chocolates here on chocolate crumble. And that's hot as well. And my custard. Oh no, I better not do it that way. Presentation, love it. Let's dive in. Look at that. Oh yes. All steamy. You see the crumble on top. Let's dive in. I actually can't wait. Let's dive in. Apples are stewed so well, but what is absolutely phenomenal is that crumble. It's really buttery. Crumbles away. Oh, I do like the texture of that. Now, oh, look at the custard. Gonna save a little bit of that custard. Do you like the consistency? The consistency of the custard looks very good. Actually, I'm a bit worried, it might be a bit hot. Apple is a little bit tart. So again, you've got the sweetness, then you've got the tartness of the apple, and as a combination together. Stop. Again, made in-house by a chef who cares, to a different level. And that's what separates it always, every single time. Someone who owns the business, takes care and pride in the business. Now, let's have one of these bad boys. Oh, oh my Lord. I'm moving them away from the cameraman. They are so rich. Probably salted caramel is my favourite now. Decadent. That's the word I'm looking for. As desserts go, again, one of the best desserts I've ever had. Portion-wise, I think that's a perfect size portion. All in all, I like the presentation. That's a little bit different. What can you say? I mean, again, £7 for the dessert. Is that value? If it wasn't £7, it was £10. It's one of the best desserts I ever had, so I wouldn't complain either. Again, value for money, quality, they're all up there. I can't let this go cold. Saying that, it is pipingly hot. Again, a simple touch, but the bowl was really hot as well. Perfect, real attention to detail, A1. Guys, I'm gonna crack on. Big smile on my face here. No complaints whatsoever. I'll see you shortly. Shall I have one of them now or later? I'll save them till later. I'll move them over here. Got the bill, paid the bill. What's my thoughts? That was some of the nice exceptional cooking I've experienced on the channel. Now I'm going to give you my thoughts outside, but before I give you them thoughts, I want you to take a look around. I want you to have a look at two interesting things here. One, they have a cinema, so you can come in, you can eat and watch a film. It's different, I haven't seen that in the pub before. I want you to have a look at their secret garden as well, because that is stunning. See you outside. Oh yes, that is full up. Oh. So here we are outside. Now you're taking a look. The thing that mesmerised me there was the cinema. You know, they play a film and then they actually, you get food all the way through and cocktails and all the rest of it. And one thing I haven't mentioned there, it has got a fantastic cocktail range, drinks range, all in. Prices. My tomato soup, £7.50. My cow pie, £10, £10. My crumble, £7, £24, total with service charge, £27.56. And that's where service charge actually goes wrong, because the service charge there was just on £3. Actually, we're giving more as a tip, so sometimes they need to sort of balance that a little bit more. You've got to bear in mind, I went to the old house in Wales. That was top drawer, and that location, the setting, but that was £18. And whichever way you spin this, that's for 2 courses. If you had the soup with the pie or the crumble with the pie, it's £17. You've got to bear in mind, we're in London. We're actually in sort of that a real built-up area of London. That's amazing value, isn't it? And if you just came in and had that pie, that was filling. That was a big pie. What marks am I going to give it? What marks would you give it? I'm going to give it a perfect 10 out of 10. I highly recommend you come down here to the Parlour. You give the Parlour a try. It's on Regent Street. Wow. What can I say? If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you know I always appreciate that. Until next time, bye-bye. And I'm not a desperate Gary. I'm a full-up Gary. See ya.